Here's an interesting game. Welcome back to Tactics Talk, by the way. On this episode, we have Proc, or I'm on Proc, and I'm in a 357 Militaire in my standard B. Spawned to the north side, headed to the ridge. There's no artillery. I made a video recently about how artillery really opens up this game. This is another great example of how that's true. I would never go to this spot initially if there was artillery. It's still dangerous because of the TDs, but at least that can be managed by line of sight. Pulling back down, popping up in different spots, that kind of thing. But with artillery, you don't really want to do that because it's just completely open. Not until late game when there's fewer guns, but we're going to come up here and we actually get a pretty good start on this game. Couldn't quite find where the body of that silly Sturv was. See him, down he goes. Oh, I got hit by a T-44-100 who just had the depression to get a hold of me there. 416 is spotted. You do have to be careful working this ridge like this. Once they get the big fat TDs in position, they'll zoom in and just expect you and then get a shot. You also have to watch popping up in the same spot, which I'm kind of doing quite a bit here, so not really a great move on my part. But their E100 is in the middle. That's something an E100 would not normally do with a bunch of artillery. Our T-49 loses his mind, unknown why he's doing that exactly. Because down he goes, put a shot through the front plate, and that's pretty good. That's just the APCR of the standard round on the prototype. Really has pretty good pen. And even thick armor, if it's flat, is going to be penned by this thing pretty well. So there's the prototype, T-28 prototype, sitting back there. Or protector, or whatever that thing is. Is it a protector? No, it's a prototype. Another shot in there. So the guys over on the hill are starting to get in position. This actually looks pretty good from our team standpoint. We've got a lot of TDs over on the west side, and that's okay. Get a shot in there. There's another great example of pretty good pen on a standard round. We jump out to a decent lead. That's not bad. It's all kind of lower tier stuff, but it's good stuff to get off the map. Got our hill guys working. We got quite a few, at least two stacked up on the 5-6, so I'm really expecting the hill to do its work over there. Guys are getting lit. I notice it, so I'm thinking about, well, maybe I'll repo over there and try to get some damage on those guys, or maybe I'll try to get this 100, 44-100. No, get spotted. Now I do have to be careful if I move too far to the left here, too far over to the east, I can get draw distance from the middle guys and they might start shooting me. So I'm going to actually just come up here where I get a draw distance on this Maushan. What is he behind? Don't know. There we go. There's a shot on him. Oh, I get lit doing it. He's looking at me. And it's that 44-100 who's doing a lot of work, poking up and lighting us, as he should be. Unable to get a shot in there and damage him. So I leave that to the hill. Looks like the hill's got that handled. I need to swing back here anyway because our TDs are sort of just sitting there and they don't have any eyes. And that's probably the biggest problem our team has right now. There we go. There's that 100. I've been seen, but I have a shot on him. So I'm actually going to come around here and try to make him go away. Hopefully no one reacted fast enough and it looks like I got away with it. Doing pretty well. Looking good. 4-2. Come back to this side. Knock that guy down. I'd really love to find that WZ and take him out of the game. Trying to get a light on the Maushan. Looks like a damaging shot there. And I got lit, so I'm going to dive down low. And unfortunately that Maushan's not dead, so we're at 5-3. We're still messing around with that guy, but we've only got two guys on the hill left. So things are not going really well over there. I'm trying to get close enough to get a light on that guy. He's backing up, I guess. Right at the edge. There's the E100 lights me, so I've got to get up, and he nukes the T-44. So that E100 has done some good work over here. Our inability to keep him honest has led to him doing a lot of damage to our team. Just try to sneak one in there. A little spotting damage as somebody shot some HE at him, it would appear. So now there's a 268 pushing on our heavy Type 4. And, oh man, alright, so this is really where the things start to go poorly. That's a mess. That's a mess. Unknown if that's a hit. So I clip that out, and I've got to go and work on the hill. Unfortunately, we have a T110E3. One of our biggest guns is sitting in the back corner at A0. Unknown what he's really doing. I assume he was shooting at the Malshin, but if the Malshin stays low enough, that guy's going to have a hard time putting shots on him. And we're up 7-6. Or, sorry, we're down 7-6. Up 7-6. Never mind. Whatever I'm trying to. Math in public. We need somebody over on the hill. So I'm going to switch sides, go over to the hillside. Our TDs are pushing down the one line, and that actually ends up being not a great idea. We're getting kind of torn up by that T95 and the RHMB. And this is the point at which the 705 starts clicking. Now, he's been yelling for help and whatnot for quite a while. Unsure why he wasn't able to take out the Malshin. The thing was lit for so long. Should have been able to slide up there, use that terrain over at the 5.6 and put a lot of good shots into him, but that hadn't happened. So we'll go ahead and come up, and now we're finding guys. We got 5120, and that's a large part of the problem. He's just eating people up over here. And there's the E100. Another kind of lucky shot into the flat plate right there. That surprised me a bit, although that was with heat. So some buildings in the way, and I decide, all right, let's go over here. We're going to use these dead tanks. So when I back down, I want to go up and try to light something up here. Maybe that 705 can start working on them because things are not looking great. But when I back down, I'm going to use these tanks behind me as cover. Oh, there we go. There's the 100 again. Another shot into him. All right. And that problem I've had with this clip on this tank is rearing its ugly head, and I've had to force the reload there. I've only got one heat shell left. So let's go ahead and load up the APCR. And the recriminations start. I tell him to relax, give me some time. The WZ is in the very back. The 110 E3 is in the very back. There we go, we got a shot on him. That's a miss. And that's something these guys here should have been doing as they were getting lit, is keeping those guys honest. And now I'm going to see if I can't get the light on what's going on up here. What do we have up here? Where are they? Pretty dangerous, because if he's right up underneath here and I get proxy lit and don't see him, that could be a problem. There we go. I found that guy. He's not really paying attention, so we'll drop a shot on him. And I'll just courtesy retreat. I don't know if I'm going to get spotted, so I didn't. That's good. Looks like he's not going to find me. There we go. Looking for an opportunity to take that shot. Try to get one in there, and that's probably going to get me lit. Yeah, it did. So that's unfortunate. Now I've got to run away. And now the Tiger knows what he's dealing with. He probably had the info once I hit him, but he's seen me, knows what I'm doing. And people are still raging. Still raging. Clicking, clicking, clicking. There we go. There's that Tiger. Let's see if we can get a shot on him this time. Nope, we're going to bounce him. And I must be using a bad bush. Maybe there's that bush isn't as thick. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I took a shot earlier when he was further up, it seemed like to me. And maybe even I was further up. That other tank may be up there close. I'm not really sure what's going on there, so I'm having a bit of an issue with that. So we're going to change what we're doing. The T50 and the 705 don't seem interested at all in moving up enough to take shots at that guy, on that guy at the hill. We're starting to lose this thing. I feel like maybe we need to get back over to the one line and see if we can't stop that push coming in with the T95. Their hill has proven to be very campy. The 110 E3's gun is simply not in the game. or he's not a good shot, or he's just having bad RNG, but his position is terrible. So rather than try to force that terrible player to play the game and get into it, I'm going to come over here where people are actively shooting and see if I can't help this side of the map. And really, this is a game that kind of sums up World of Tanks. Doing everything you can do and just coming out on the bottom. Unfortunately, that shot goes nowhere near where I want it to. Put one in there. I think that one hit. Now we've got the E100 showing his face. Zoom in nicely so we can get rid of him. There he goes. 5120. That's one of the more dangerous guys left on the map, actually. 705 is in trouble. He's got being attacked from multiple directions. Got a Conway. We got a 5120. There's a T95 somewhere in here. There's still a Progetto running around loose. And the 110E3 does not move. Neither does the WZ. But we're going to try to leverage their guns at least a little bit. See if we can't bring some of their guns to bear as far as dragging some of the enemy into them. And it's about here where I decide, all right, I can't do anything. I could push into the T95, but I feel like that's just not going to work. If I get spotted there and I don't kill off that T95, then the 5120 is going to reposition pretty quickly and take me down. So let's go over here and see if we can't kill off anyone pushing across like this. Now finally the WZ is doing something. The 110E3, he must, I guess maybe he's AFK. Nope, there's a shot that went in from him. So I'll shoot and bounce, of course, or a critical damage and a miss, so that's not good. And finally get a kill shot on that guy. And I'm trying to avoid being shot by the Tiger II and whatever is still hanging out up on that top area over there, up on that hill. Now we're just going to reposition. We're going to go back to this side. And the Progetto is clearly somewhere close there. No, that's the Malshin. Holy cow. Nope, that's a bounce or a miss or something. So the Malshin came off the hill, and interestingly, the T110E3 did not see him because they don't have great spotting range. Come in here covered up. 705 is still doing his best over there, although he is quite angry. Let's go see if we can find this Malshin, kill him off potentially. All is not lost. It's not looking great, but all is not completely lost. And everyone's on. So I've been reported for idle. I've been idle, apparently. All right, Tiger 2's up there. We've got a 5120 still in the middle. At least the 705 is still anchoring that middle. That's how important that spot is. Very interesting that the T95 hasn't just driven across the map and destroyed the 705. That one I can't really figure out. I'm not sure if they're worried about the 110E3 or what the story is there. Let's see if we can find this Tiger 2. Very passive player. Does not want to come off the hill. Once he saw me coming, just starts running away, which is incredible. So I'll take these aimed shots on him, no problem. I know I'm going to eat a shot from him. That's fine. Not quite enough horsepower to take him down. I'm really hoping the 705 will nuke him. It's kind of the purpose of me coming up there and taking the hit, but that doesn't happen. Progetto's getting around the 705 Alpha, so now he's in trouble. So I've got to get up here and try to force the situation on the Tiger 2. There he is. Get him down. Fantastic. And I'm going to come off the hill and come over to the 705 and try to help him out. There's the T95. So the T95 has finally moved in, which is something he should have done a long time ago. The T95. That 705 wouldn't even be around. Unknown why all of them haven't just pushed in based on what's spotted and going on in this map. I can't really figure that out, but there you go. Don't know where my shot went there. Unfortunate, to say the least. A miss on the move. And I bounce. So, 3 shots. Kind of critical shots. Had I got some of those in, I might have actually killed that guy. That wasn't going to save the game, though. We're at 6 seconds. Yeah, I take a hit from him. Maybe I can get a shot on him. Is he going to show himself? Nope, I'm going to bounce. Or miss or something. And that is a draw. 5,600 damage. Maybe more if some of those blind shots went. And a pretty good example of this game, really. I mean, I am running all over this map, trying to be the fire brigade, get to the places to help the team kind of do something in those areas. Crippled, really, by the 110 and the other TD sitting in the back. That's just very difficult to overcome. Their TDs at least sort of moved up. Their Tiger was very passive. The RHM, who knows what he's doing? He's still in a bush, probably over on the 1 line somewhere, trying to snipe at the 705 or whatever he's doing. And the other team wasn't terribly aggressive either. It took forever for that T95 to push in. But an interesting game. Apparently I got reported for being idle, so I expect to be banned any moment for that. So, you know, if I go offline for a while, that's what happened. All right, guys. Hope you learned a little something about the game right there, even if it's how to get a draw with a 5,000 damage game. Whew. Later.